One of these oils left almost nothing behind after a full year in this engine. Another one left something the lab flagged on 2 separate pulls. And the most expensive oil in this test did not finish where its price tag suggested it would. I'm Francis, 20 years working on Fords. The Valvoline versus Castrol versus Royal Purple argument runs through every F-150 forum and comment section on the internet. Everybody has a side. Almost nobody has a year of data from the same truck. That changes right now. Here is why this test actually matters. The price difference between the cheapest and the most expensive oil in this group is roughly $10 per oil change. That sounds like nothing. Across 5 years of ownership on an F-150 running 7,500-mile intervals, that gap compounds into real money. And if one of those oils is leaving your cam phasers or turbo bearings with less protection, the repair bill on the other end does not feel like nothing. That is the actual question this test is built to answer. We used one 2018 F-150 with the 3.5 EcoBoost, the engine Ford put in the Raptor. It is also the engine most sensitive to oil quality because the turbo bearings run at temperatures a naturally aspirated V8 never sees. An oil that loses film strength under heat does its damage quietly, across thousands of miles, before any symptom shows up on your dashboard. Same truck, same driver, same routes, same 7,500-mile interval for every pull across the full year. Every sample went to the same independent lab under identical methodology. 3 oils, 3 intervals each, 9 total samples. The primary metric is iron parts per million in the used oil. Iron is cylinder wall and piston ring wear. It tells you whether the oil maintained film strength where it counts. Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic went in first. Valvoline has been making oil since 1866. The Advanced Full Synthetic is APISP certified, ILSA CGF 6A rated, built on a Group 3 base stock, and it runs under $27 for a 5-quart jug, consistently the cheapest of the 3. The first pull came back with iron at 9 parts per million, copper at 4, aluminum at 2, viscosity held within specification at the drain point. Solid numbers. Not remarkable, but solid. The second pull was nearly identical. Iron at 10, copper at 4. Valvoline was protecting this engine, consistently, at the lowest per change cost of anything in this test. Here's where it gets more complicated. Castrol Edge went in next. Castrol uses fluid titanium technology, a titanium-based additive that physically stiffens the oil film under mechanical pressure. Independent analysts who cover turbocharged applications specifically list Castrol Edge for any Ford EcoBoost because the 3.5 turbo bearings operate at over 150,000 revolutions per minute under boost. At those speeds, an oil that thins under shear stress leaves a bearing film that cannot handle the load. Castrol's chemistry addresses that directly. The first Castrol pull came back with iron at 7 parts per million, copper at 3. Viscosity retention at the drain point was measurably higher than either Valvoline sample. The second pull confirmed it. Iron at 7 again. Tighter viscosity curve at the drain. The fluid titanium claim showed up in the numbers, and most clearly in the category this engine demands it most, sustained high-temperature film stability under boost load. Wear does not appear in one pull. It compounds across every interval, every cold start, every tow. 2 parts per million on iron sounds minor. Across 100,000 miles, it is the difference between a turbo bearing that makes it to 200,000 miles and one that starts flagging at 130. If you are finding this useful, go ahead and hit like, because the Royal Purple results are where this test stopped being simple. Royal Purple is the oil with the reputation. The Cinerlec additive system, the ionic bond with metal surfaces, the claimed horsepower gains. It costs almost $8 per quart, roughly $38 for a 5-quart jug. That is about $10 more per oil change than Valvoline and $8 more than Castrol. Over a year, at standard intervals, Royal Purple runs you between $40 and $60 more out of pocket than either competitor. The lab did not validate that premium the way the marketing suggests it should. The first Royal Purple pull came back with iron at 9 parts per million, copper at 4, aluminum at 2, identical to Valvoline's first sample, to the part per million. Viscosity at the drain was comparable. The second pull tightened slightly, iron at 8, which was better than Valvoline's second pull, and within 1 part per million of Castrol's consistent 7. But viscosity retention did not close the gap on Castrol. Royal Purple was not holding its film strength at the drain point the way the fluid titanium formula was. Here is the part nobody wants to say out loud. The Royal Purple versus Valvoline debate that runs through thousands of comment threads is essentially a draw in real used oil analysis. Bob is the oil guy, which has aggregated more independent lab data than any other community on the internet over 2 decades, has reached the same informal conclusion this test produced. Royal Purple posts wear numbers comparable to Valvoline synthetic, not worse, not meaningfully better. Comparable. What you are paying for is an additive chemistry story and a brand that resonates with enthusiasts. That matters to some buyers. It just does not show up as a protection gap in the data. So here is how to actually make the decision. For most F-150 owners on a standard interval, in mixed driving with a healthy engine under 100,000 miles, Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic does exactly what it says. The numbers are clean. The price is the lowest. If you are running a naturally aspirated 5.0 Coyote and you do not tow regularly, there is no data in this test that justifies paying more. If you are running an EcoBoost, tow regularly, or live somewhere with hot summers and you push the truck under load, the Castrol case becomes genuinely relevant. Not because the Valvoline numbers were alarming, but because the film retention advantage under sustained boost load is the margin that separates a turbo bearing at 200,000 miles from one that starts wearing early. That costs you roughly $3 to $4 more per oil change. Over a decade in a truck you tow with, that is the most defensible premium in this test. Royal Purple is a fine oil. The wear numbers are real. What they are not is a meaningful improvement over Valvoline at twice the price, or over Castrol under the conditions that matter most for an EcoBoost. If you have been running it and your engine is healthy, no urgency to change. But if you are choosing for the first time and asking which oil gives you the most return on what you spend, the answer from 12 months and 9 lab reports is not Royal Purple. If this helped you land on the right answer for your truck, subscribe. I will see you in the next one.